Hi guys, and welcome back. It's your boy Anson Cochito Alfalio. And how's your weekend going? How's your Sunday going? I promised go and watch the previous video, the post-match analysis. I talked about the whitewash that we used to finish Benfica 4-1. So I mentioned that I'm going to talk about Pogba's contract and also Pogba's signature to Monaco. I'm also going to talk about Gittens. So let me dive into Gittens first. I'll go to Pogba and I'll also tell you about a breaking news that just happened this afternoon. So let us just dive in right away. So quickly, first off, Paul Pogba finally is back. He's back in Europe. He's back in France. He's back in Monaco. And he has signed a 2-year contract with Monaco. And when he was signing those papers, he was putting pen to paper. It was emotional. Why? Because somebody is taking a chance on him again. After all the, ban, all the issues that he has been training all alone. He said he's not even seeing anybody in terms of the friends that he had, before now. And even now, everybody left him, right? So he has been on his own until, he now signed this signature for Monaco. So I think that made him to be very, very emotional because when the chips are down, it leaves only you and your eleda. That's what we call it in Yoruba dialect. It's you and your God, you and your head. When everything is against the wall and everything, it's only you and your God. And that's what happened to Pogba. And in fact, personally, I want to appreciate Monaco for even helping him out right now. And I believe this guy, Monaco should just watch out for it. French League should watch out for Pogba for what he's going to do. Because he's going to actually repay them back with good outing. Because it's like a second chance. If life gives you a second chance, in something, you don't take it for granted. And I believe that's what Pogba would do to, pay back or repay the trust and also, the contract that has been given to him, right? So Pogba over to Monaco is back and is going to actually do very well, my own opinion, and that's what I suspect that's going to happen to him, right? So that's about France and also Paul Pogba. So let me talk to you about Gittens. Now, this Gittens issue, we know it has been all over the place for a couple of weeks. And we really need a replacement for Jadon Sancho. Because we can't pay the £250,000 per week for any replacement anyways. So, and that's why we couldn't pay for Jadon Sancho. So, Gittens agreements done and dusted. Agreement fee is £55 million. And this was called by Fabrice Hawkins and also Romano Fabrizio or Fabrizio Romano. And as at 10:30 p.m. UK time yesterday, the first part of his medical has been completed. So we can we can already say now that this guy, Jamie Gittens, is a Chelsea player. So he has signed the contract. Agreement is 100% sealed. Contract is until 2032, and that is 7 years contract basically. So, and in negotiation in terms of how to complete the medicals, everything is being done and dusted as we speak right now. So, in fact, it will be unveiled very soon, right? However, he's not joining the Club World Cup. He won't be joining the Club World Cup. So he won't be playing there, but he will join Cobham, and the preseason that we'll have before the start of the season is going to be involved. So Jamie Bino Gittens will leave Borussia Dortmund and become a Chelsea player. Finally, we have a replacement for Mykhailo Modric, and we also have a replacement for Jadon Sancho that has left for Manchester United. So, congrats to Chelsea. Because the game we played yesterday, which we had Nkunku did very well. We had Drisbrough that scored the goal, right? We were short in that left side position. In fact, Our player, Golden Boy, Cole Palmer was deployed to play in that left position, helping out Cucurella. So for Gittens to come now, that would be a plus and a good addition for us. We have options, basically. So the breaking news, let me go to the breaking news today. So the breaking news is, and Chelsea, I want to give Chelsea kudos because Chelsea have been silent on this for like a couple of months. And I think what I really like is, I think as sporting directors, they should continue to use this format. Why? Because if you are all over the place, everybody knows that, you are interested in the player, you are this and that. When the hype is too much, the fee that the owner of the club or the owner of the players, they will put on that player will be very high. So just do your business in silence, agree on a fee, and get the man that you want to get. And that is what Chelsea have done for a player that we just signed now. And the player is what? João Pedro. João Pedro of Brighton and Hove. So Brighton have actually agreed to sell João Pedro to Chelsea for £50 million. And he has also agreed personal terms, done and dusted. It's going to be 7 years contract as well. And as we speak now, he will be flying all the way from Brazil to do his medicals. And once the medical is completed, he would join the team currently playing in the Club World Cup. So for Jackson to have the red card, I'm sorry for Jackson. You already have 2 replacements right now. 2 replacements. We have João Pedro and we have Delap. So Jackson is on your hand now. Magui, you go on loan. So Jackson, if you have suitors, you'll be sold out. You'll be sold to another club. So I'm happy for these directors that they were able to take this over the line as fast as possible. And also, overall play of this guy, this lad, this Brazilian guy. I'll tell you about the stats I just, stumbled on. And let me just read it to you. Because this guy is good. This guy is good. Why did I say it's good? The guy have that ability to take possession of the ball, ability to drive the players to himself, create opportunities, openings for outlets to give Kopama or other wingers, right? You drive opposition players to you, our own players, we find space and you just give them the space to run, go in behind and the rest. He knows that it's like his bread and butter, basically. He also plays more. He's not an out and out striker. He's not a box like fox in a box striker. No, he can run in deep to be playing in his half, right? Get the ball from the DMs and run with the ball. Running with the ball, creating chances. Go watch Brighton's game. How he created chances for Mitoma, for all the Yankuba Minte, all the players of Brighton. Go watch his highlights. So his stats is what I will tell you now. This guy is just excellent, as in to an extent. For a young lad, though, he's still 23 years old. He's still 23 years old. So he has a lot of opportunities to develop. He has a lot of and 50 million. I think that's a good deal. We bought Dela for 30 and we bought him for 50. That's 80 million pounds for 2 strikers. Some people are saying they are average players. No problem. They are just 23. They are average. But let me compare their stats, him and Dela for you. The appearances. I'll start from João Pedro, 27 appearances, and Delap, 37. The goals. João Pedro played 10 games less than Delap. The same season, last season, and João Pedro scored 10 goals. Delap with Ipswich scored 12 goals. Assist by João Pedro, 6. So that means goal contribution, goals and assist, 16. and Delap had 2. So goal contribution, goal and assist for Delap, 14. So apparently is above Delap from what I see here. Clean sheet, 2 for Pedro, 0 for Delap. Yellow cards, 4 yellow cards for Pedro, 12 for Delap. So that means Delap is very aggressive. You need to watch that. And throughout the whole season, 0 red card for Delap and 1 for João Pedro, right? So that's the only thing that is, is different. One record. It's not bad. It's not bad. So for 38 games, so it's not as bad as we think. 1 record is not bad. So attacking, like I said, 10 goals by Pedro, 12 by Delap. So this guy is very, very, very good, and we don't need to go for Ekitike. We are not going for Ekitike again, because Ekitike 84 million. Where are we going to get 84 million pounds for Ekitike? No, we don't need the guy. For him to even bed in Chelsea, it will take a while, because he's coming from the Bundesliga. So, Ekitike, sorry about that. We don't need you anymore, and bye-bye. Ekitike, right? So, I want to give you other stats, and that's what I'm trying to check for you. So, another stats is the passes. João Pedro made 626 passes, and Delap made 348. Big chances created, he made 11, and Delap made 3. So pass completion rate, 74.6%. João Pedro, 62, Delap. Passes forward, you don't be like Mikel Obi that will pass backward. So passes forward, straight bullet. Passes forward, 176 by João Pedro and 85 by Delap. Passes backward, 154 by Pedro. That's not good enough. And 92 by Delap. Touches, like I said, this guy is a baller. He's like Brazilian baller. So he gets the ball a lot. He plays with the ball a lot. Is a what do I call it? Is an attacker that is dynamic, that is all over the place. He cannot just be in the box, he fox in the box, or looking to break through the lines. He plays like a player. He can play everywhere from the pitch, from the left, from the right, from the midfield. So his touches, he had 1,057 touches, and Delap had 821. True balls that he made, true passes, 10 true passes, and Delap had 8. Crosses they made too, cross and nod. We need those crosses. 22 crosses, and Delap had 5. And how many times was he dispossessed from the ball? Just 38 times. Whereas Delap was actually bullied 60 times, dispossessed of the ball. So overall, I really like this signing. That's the bottom line. It will complement Delap, because from what I see here, this guy is very good. In fact, if you can use him as starting 11, in a starting 11 with Delap, they will complement each other. The left side, Bino Gittens, and maybe will come in. You can use Pedro from the left, Delap middle, and Neto the other side. So we are building a team that nobody would like to play against. All right? And don't forget, we need a center back right now. We need a center back and a goalkeeper. Once we have those two, I think we should just close the transfer for us now as Chelsea fans, and we should move on to the four games, or Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and Carling Cup or Carabao Cup. We should just focus on those 4 competitions. We are good. We are good. For 23-year-old, for 50 million for 7 years contract, for a good player like this, is good. My own feeling is, and the low point for me, is that finally we are not buying Victor Osimhen anymore. That's the meaning. We will sell either Christopher Nkunku or Nicholas Jackson by buying this guy now. So, guys, what do you think? What are your thoughts about this signing? Jamie Bino Gittens, number 1, and João Pedro, number 2. It's very because of the good relationship we have with Brighton anyway. So we've been packing their players. So we got this over there. I'm glad, and it's a good business. So what do you think in the comment section? Let me know, right? It's your boy, Anson Cochito Alfalio. I'm watching the Club World Cup, and I'm enjoying it, right? Inter Miami is out. Sorry about that. PSG is they are just too good for you guys. 4-0. It's just too tough for you. Right, Lionel Messi? Sorry about that. Back to the MLS. And Bayern, ongoing now. And fingers crossed, we'll tell you more breaking news as it unfolds. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Cheers, guys. Bye.